All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, clap. I heard one clap.
I heard my clap.
That's because we were in sync.
Yeah, we're all on the same clap.
Yes.
Yeah. One clap.
All right, Chris. Now, for the audio listeners, we're going to start now.
Now?
What about for the video listeners?
We started 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, we started 3 minutes ago. Yeah, Chris, what are we doing here today?
We're trying to remember what the hell we did 2 months ago, because I can't believe... I mean, I know it's been a long time, but I didn't realize it had been 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, it was just like, I think I posted the tweet. It was literally, I got sick from going to PAX Unplugged. Then Des got sick.
Sinus infection that lasted forever.
Yeah. And then I think the one time we were actually going to do stuff, Porter Wolf got stuck on a train.
Oh, yeah, I did get sick and that happened.
Yeah. And then the holidays happened.
Yeah.
And then
Darn
we're finally having time to do this thing.
Yeah.
I think I ended up getting sick too, like the day after somebody else got sick. But I had like the whole week to kind of recover. But yeah, it took me a while to recover too. And then by the time we came around to it, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this tonight, but I guess we got to power through it. And then I think that was the time that Porter Wolf got stuck on the train. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So. But in addition to normal holidays that everyone knows about, we had 2 members get older during that time too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I had a birthday. Alex had a birthday. Porter Wolf had a birthday.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. We're all January boys.
All right, January boys, let's roll out.
This is the January boy episode.
Well, does anybody want to take a stab at
a
what
recap?
we're doing?
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I have notes.
I remember a cave.
At one point. Yeah, we went into a cave after fighting off some French people at a dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yeah. At a dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I think the gist of where we are is you guys went to you got pulled into a dinner, and then I wrote everybody's character names down here because it's been a while too. Not that I'll get them right anyway. But Admar did this amazing performance that actually brought Sir Meat back from the brink of insanity. And it was so profound a performance that Admar ended up taking the seat next to the very beautiful princess, who seemed to not take an interest in either of their suitors. And then a dog came in and snatched away the princess, tailed by a mouse.
It was a flying one, too.
A flying mouse, yes, yeah. And after some shenanigans in the kitchen and out in the main hall, where the party was split for the first episode, and I promised we wouldn't split the party again. The party split themselves and pursued, half the party pursued these creatures into the woods. Eventually you all joined back up, and you met around the French folk in the dumpster and defeated them. And then I believe Adamar went diving through all the muck and got some item, but also contracted the Black Plague.
I forgot about that.
And also, I was looking back through my chicken scratch in the corners here. I do believe from that epic performance that Adamar had, you also get advantage on some future roll should you choose to use it. And then also, let's see, Dave ended up getting a merit last week for singing the song that would delight the TV showrunner Lord Kinwood. I don't know if I'm missing anything else.
I think the item that Adamar got was new chainmail. I had that written. So maybe there was a reason I wrote it. I don't know. And then, when we were like at the entrance to the cave, I don't remember who initiated it, but I have Sir Meat and Bertram were holding hands. Kind of for some moral support there.
Meat and Bertram.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I'm not quite sure who initiated it or why. Yeah.
I don't remember. But it definitely happened.
It was a mutual thing.
Guys, it's been a while.
Oh,
I think I offered my dog's hand, but they couldn't figure it out, and then I was like, okay.
What did we name your dog? I was just getting ready to ask that.
Mud. Because I paid Mud for him.
Bought him with mud.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dave still has the bread on his head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Oh, its name was Rye.
Right.
Yes.
I remembered that.
Have we missed any other character quirks?
I don't
Who
think
was afraid
so.
of the dark?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I was afraid of the dark. That's why. Okay. Some of my, because I had to really give up some of my like worst fears or like secrets, and one of them was I'm afraid of the dark.
Oh, right. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So it's for me. I needed the hand.
Okay, so I'm still trying to, figure out how to bring in the head of light entertainment. And I feel like a good way to do it is kind of checks in at the beginning of the episode. And so Lord Kinwoody was very thrilled with Dave for singing that song. Really kind of reeled him back into the production, because for the most of it, he's been very let's just taken out of it, kind of only paying attention to make sure that the audience still loves what's going on, but always asking for as much crass and kind of X-rated behavior that he can squeeze in on network television. And so he kind of coaches you before the cameras come back on, and then he says action, and you've all proceeded into the cave. And the first thing that you notice as you walk into the cave is this terrible stench. I mean, just absolutely atrocious. Smells like somebody's breath is just absolutely reeking.
Question:
Bertram,
better or worse than the than the dumpster we were just in?
Oh, so much worse.
Oh no!
What'd you feed Mud?
It's not me, I swear.
Is it mud?
No.
Ugh.
I don't know what that is.
Dave takes the bread off of his head and he smells it.
So you continue to walk in, your eyes begin to adjust to the darkness, and eventually you get to a section where the cave opens up into a larger room. And inside you see three characters. You see the good lady herself, Lady Lucky, the princess that was snatched away by the dog. You also see the dog standing very close to Lady Lucky and seems to be conversing in a weird reptilian canine language with a large dragon sitting nearby. This dragon, I guess I can kind of hold up the photo here. I don't know how well it's going to translate on.
Oh boy.
Here, put your hand behind it.
Yeah, come on, camera.
Put your hand behind it like an unboxing.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially this is a very big, like greenish yellow dragon, teeth kind of going every which way. Seems to be very like the skin is sagging everywhere. This thing looks like it hasn't moved in a long time. Very lethargic, low low active lifestyle, and they just seem to be conversing as you all walk into this scene.
Have they noticed
I hear
us?
what the-
They don't seem to have noticed you quite yet. But yeah, you kind of hear a little bit of murmuring, but you can't really tell what it is from the distance that you're at.
I'm just taking notes. I know, Adam, you were going to say something. Sorry.
And we don't understand the language?
No, it's some kind of dog reptile language.
Classic. All right,
Very-
Mud.
very
This is
typical.
your chance.
Arf!
I mean, does Dave recognize the language?
Is Dave a sorcerer, right?
Dave's
Are
an
you
enchanter, actually.
An enchanter. Okay.
Yeah. I have a trait of nature. Which
Okay.
I mean, I feel like maybe Dave knows a couple of dog lizards.
You know what? Yeah, I will say that you indeed do, because I did not write down classes to remember what anybody is as well. So I would say that, yeah, you understand this, and you kind of hear overhear basically that this dog is asking the dragon to kind of honor the deal. You know, I did my part. Now you need to do your part. And they're kind of discussing the fact that they need protection for Lady Lucky. But what the details of the plan, they're kind of keeping quiet. But they just seem to be talking like they're old friends almost.
Dang.
Do you want to let us know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dave looks over at the rest of his friends and he's like, "Hey, don't worry, I got this." And he just walks into the room with the rest of them, and in his best lizard dog language, he's like, "Hey, I'm Dave, enchanter. I was the head of the cooks for a little bit. Now I'm in a cave. What's up with you guys?"
So Specials looks over to you immediately, begins to back up, get closer to the princess. However, the dragon turns to look at you and stares for a moment, then opens up his mouth really big and sighs. And then you just feel that stench waft across your nostrils.
Oh, no.
And the dragon says, "Oh, my, delightful. Another person to join us in our conversation. It is wonderful to meet you, Dave. What are you doing in my humble abode?"
We were just, looking for the princess. We were having a party at the castle, and some nuts stuff happened.
Some nuts stuff.
Nut stuff.
Do tell. I love a good story.
All right. Well, there I am at the castle, and there's this big party coming on, and my compatriots are there, and Bertram, he smells terrible. But don't let him know I said that. He's sensitive about it. Anyway, I get promoted to the head of the cooks. And I'm like in charge of everybody. And we talked for a while and made some food. Man, those were the days. And then there was a commotion. I remember some really good music. And the princess just vanished. Alongside a dog. That one, actually. And then we followed you guys here.
Oh, that is an amazing tale. It reminds me of a time long ago when I, too, visited that same kitchen in the castle. Oh, what a delight. The cooks there were magnificent. They tasted so scrumptious. Why, once I returned, I sat here for hours and hours, thinking about each and every bite. It was delightful.
Sounds pretty magical.
Oh, it is. I would love it if you could have an inn for me to return to that kitchen sometime.
Well, let's just say I know a couple of people.
Oh, that is fabulous. It is good to know. And the whole time he's talking, like his breath is just wafting all over everybody, and the cave is filling up with this stench. And it is so good to know people, isn't it? People are amazing, wonderful, different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? Do you not like people?
People are the best. I've done some of my best enchanting on people.
I would love to hear those tales. But, you see, I like to discuss the finer things of life, such as trees, nature, rocks, probably clouds. They're all wonderful. And as he continues to go on, like, he just starts to drone on and on and on about, like, the most inane, boring things. And you begin to feel like you might go a little crazy listening to him. I need you to roll. Do you have... Let me know if you're immune to any of these, but do you have glibness or purpose?
Do I have that? Like as a trait?
Like as a immunity.
Oh, glibness or what was the other one?
Yeah.
There was another one?
Glibness or purpose?
No, don't have either of those.
Okay. As immunities, do you have those as traits at all?
No.
Okay. So, let me see here.
I do have nature as a trait, so I kind of feel like he might be into the conversation.
Okay. So, no, I'm going to go ahead and go with that, and I'll give you a bonus to this attack. But this attack essentially comes across as almost like mind-numbingly dull. Like, this dragon just doesn't seem to know how to make good conversation.
So it's like when you find somebody that's like into the same thing as you, but they're way more into it.
Yes. Yes. So, I lost my camera here. Hang on. Okay. So, yeah, I went ahead and rolled, and since you are kind of into this, that's just enough of a bonus that this kind of attack rolls off your shoulders. But you do immediately feel a sense of like, okay, while I'm into this, even this dude is probably going to mess me up if I keep standing here engaging him like this much longer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's cool. I like rocks.
Sedimentary.
So, yeah, anyway, we got that party we got to get back to. I mean, we came to get the princess.
Oh, well, that might be a problem, because I've had the princess entrusted to me by specials here, and I'm afraid that I cannot release her to you.
Special's the dog?
Yes.
Of course.
What? Like, why was she entrusted?
Well, I mean, of course, You can feel free to ask her that yourself if you would like. My business is simply to keep her protected and safe. Growing hungry by the moment, too. And he kind of like licks his lips looking at you.
I feel like this whole time everyone else is just standing there like, what is happening?
I've got my harp out.
I like am squeezing Bertram's hand. I have not let go.
I had to leave because I blew snot out of my nose. So I missed a little bit of what happened.
Oh.
Wait, you are Bertram.
Yeah, that sounded pretty in character.
You know, whatever works.
Some snot is oozing out of the grip between Sir Meat and Bertram.
So I'm sorry. So you can talk to the dragon, just you? Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but everybody, I should have clarified, everybody can understand it at this point because once the dragon stops speaking to the dog, he's speaking like in a common understanding tongue now.
Gotcha. That makes things way easier. Okay.
Gosh, I thought I was speaking dog lizard language the whole time.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so I actually let go of Bertram's hand because I've now gathered enough courage. And I'm like, if you don't mind us asking, what are you trying to protect the princess from? Because we came here trying to protect her from you guys, apparently.
And then the princess speaks up and she says, look, that's... I have no idea why I'm here, but... I just want to be left alone. I don't want to go back. This dog Specials... Well, I named him Specials because he's very special to me. I love him very much, and he'll protect me from anything. And he wouldn't have brought me here if it wasn't for a good reason.
Well,
Well, this is your dog.
Yeah. Remember at the very, I think it was episode 1.
She mentioned she had a dog, but I didn't realize it was the same dog.
I actually realized that it was the same dog during my editing. I didn't realize it during the...
Yeah, so Sir Meat's like, well, something must have happened for you not to want to go back home. What is that?
It's my father. He's always trying to find the next suitor and just marry me off, and I have no interest in any of them.
Well, what if we did like a show marriage? Your father wants me to marry you. I don't really care. And we could get married. Your father would get off your case, and then you can do what you want.
Well, as long as it's not legally binding, I think that would be just fine.
We could make a whole performance out of it. Pretend everything and have a fake official, so then nothing would be legal. But your dad won't know.
And you promise that it will all be illegitimate and we'll part ways after that.
Correct.
So I'm saving myself for my one true love.
Perfectly fine.
And that is...
Curious minds want to know.
Lady Lucky, kind of looks down at the ground and blushes a moment, and then she looks over to... She begins to, rub Special's neck.
Oh, no.
I get it. You love the ground. I love nature, too.
Yeah. Look, all I want to do is...
Have some fun.
I thought that. I seriously thought that.
Listen, I'm just trying to finish my polymorph spell so I can use it so me and Specials can be together forever. So if you can promise that,
be the dog, or
then you've got a deal.
Yeah, we want to know, like, who's going to be the dog in this case? Or are you both going to be human?
Oh, that's our little secret.
Okay.
All right.
they're both going to be goldfish.
Didn't Alex in our Rune Lords playthrough? Didn't one of our people get turned into a fish? Or am I
that did happen.
One of the PCs?
Yeah.
Permanently?
I mean, we got turned. I think there needed to be a spell cast to.
I don't remember 100%.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I remember. Was it me? I think it was me.
You got turned into a fish?
I think so. It was my shaman that I made.
Yeah.
That sounds right. I don't know, but yeah, that happened. That did happen. It was fun.
What skill is lorefulness again? What does that do? It's just my knowledge.
Yeah, I think that it's a different type of knowledge from... there's like 2 or 3 knowledges. So lorefulness, wisdom in the ways of science is forward-thinking stuff, but there's much to be gleaned from the accumulated knowledge of the past. That's where lorefulness comes in. Should you wish to draw upon eldritch learnings, interpret ancient texts, or bring the wisdom of our primogenitors to bear, you'll need lorefulness. Don't know what primogenitor means? Precisely the point.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's... Never mind.
Look, I think we all just want to be able to enjoy the dinner. So why not put on a big show like Adamar was saying, and your father won't have to worry about you being missing, and you can really have the future you want with your best boy over there.
Okay. That settles it. I'll go with you. I'll go home.
And as for you, and I look at the dragon, like, if you were invited to the castle once before, I don't see why you can't be a wedding guest again.
Well, I wasn't quite invited, of course. I kind of dropped in on the party. But I'm always conscientious not to eat too much, because I know that's how I consume my food source permanently, and I need it to replenish itself. Because after all, we must take care of nature.
So wise. Well, if you want, maybe I could have you in my wedding party, and then you'd be able to be a part of it. No one would ask a question.
Well, that might be very good. However, I do grow so very hungry. I don't think that I could wait until we get to the party, so I might need one of you as a snack to hold me over in the meantime.
Well, I don't know about that.
I hold up an object. It's a sheep's bladder
Okay.
as offering.
Just a single bladder.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh, is that really on your character sheet?
Yeah, it's one of my accoutrements.
Okay. I could try that. We'll see if it tides me over.
Here you go, and he throws it up to him.
Chucks it up, and he's like,
It's a bit chewy. I mean, never mind.
And he's like mulling over, trying to decide if he's satiated. And like, I think I might need just a little more than that. Perhaps if none of you are willing, I could have that four-legged creature over there. It's a bit dainty, but you don't look like you need him anymore.
Without Without really realizing the consequences, Sir Meat walks over to go pick up Mud.
Bertram doesn't know how to count, so he's like, "What is he talking about?"
Adamar would like to take off of his shoes because he has calf boots. And I'm like, here, this is basically like veal. And then
Okay.
I give it to him.
All right. So you toss your boots, and kind of like over on the side of the set, you kind of see Lord Kinwoody like, and
I forgot he does like more nudity, right?
yeah. So you throw it up to the dragon, and the dragon begins to eat this. And let's see what happens. He's like, well, that's getting there, but I might need just a little more. Are you sure you can't part with that quadruped behind the smelly person?
My vest comes off.
Look, we have plenty of clothes made of hide.
What's underneath that vest?
His nipples.
Just yeah.
Yeah. All right.
8 nipples.
All right. So you.
Only six, don't exaggerate.
So you chuck that his way, the drag, and this whole time he's chewing. He's not like, he's showing all of his teeth, like, and then that odor's coming out, wafting over everybody. And then finally he says, puts his hands together. He's, you know what? I think that will do. All right. You can lead the way.
I shrug and drop Mud. And then Bertram never had to know what was going to happen.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Ignorance is bliss.
I was going to offer the other dog.
Wait, what other dog?
So, yeah, Lady Lucky's holding on around the scruff of specials, and the dragon seems to be satiated for the moment, and you seem to have brought everybody over to your side. So, what is it that you all are doing now?
If no one else has anything, we should just go back to the castle.
Yeah, let's have a wedding.
Yeah, let's do it.
An impromptu wedding.
We just can't wait. We have to do
Although,
it.
I gotta-
Not everybody's here.
I gotta say, it seems like her dad is just ready. Like, he probably has, like, everything in the back room.
Okay, so you begin the long trek back through the jungle, or through the forest. You pass by the Frenchmen. They're still laying there, unconscious.
Oh, we should have just fed them that.
The Frenchmen?
I mean, it's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Well, if
Yes.
he was still wondering if he was fool enough, we could offer it as we're walking past.
Oh, he chomps it right up.
Oh, man. Rip that guy.
Oh, delightful. And so you begin to head back. You get back to the castle, and it's been 2 months. I don't remember what the king's name is. King, or Lord.
Kenwoody? No,
No,
that's the whole.
that's the whole.
Lord Arthur?
Lord Arthur sounds great.
Okay.
Lord Arthur is sitting in the throne room, and you all come through the door. What do you say? What do you do?
I start singing a wedding song.
He's just like, clap, clap, time for a wedding.
Right.
Yes,
Hear
please,
ye, hear ye.
please sing it.
Oh, God.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Yeah, and then I sing that one.
Can I accompany her with my harp?
Come here with the harp, okay.
We just come in like a band.
Lady Lucky rushes up to her father and embraces him. Specials is close behind. And for the most part, the room is much more bare than before. Only a couple of guards nearby, but not full of people as it once was. And as you all are sitting here getting ready to... Are you trying to start the impromptu wedding right now?
Soon as possible.
Okay. So Lord Arthur is like, I will call the priest immediately, and we will get this underway. I'm so happy to have finally married off my daughter. Go ahead.
I was just going to mention, so Lady Lucky doesn't want this to actually be official. So this might be a chance that maybe one of us marries them instead because we don't have the credentials.
I'll do it.
Bertram just stands up like, no, priest, I'll do
Let me
it.
get my hat. Mud's on his head.
It's just mud.
Yeah, it's just mud.
Lord Arthur looks at you very confused. How do you convince Lord Arthur?
I remove my mustache.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
It was a disguise. I am actually what is like
You're a
the
priest.
profession? Priest? Is that what the people that do
Yeah.
that?
Priests wear fake mustaches.
Well, priests
No,
don't have mustaches.
Priests don't have mustaches.
So
And
he has
now-
credibility now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works. Okay.
So what we like to do in this game is the more when you're doing something that's a challenge, the more you describe it, the better odds of not having to roll a die.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you can really, otherwise we're gonna have to have you pick one of your abilities and roll for this.
Could we say too that like I take you off to the side and we just wash you up because you're normally disgusting?
That's true.
So
Yeah, he's gonna takes off the mustache. I've been a priest this whole time,
I gasped.
and I've been in the muck with the peasants to to see how they live, and I'm gonna go clean myself up, and then I will marry these people. These two lovers? Yeah, lovers.
betrothed.
That is very humble of you to live such a hard life undercover to better understand the people that you want to save. I applaud you, sir.
No applause is needed. Now, I smell, I think. And he leaves.
All right, so you're going to get washed up.
Yeah.
Okay. So so some time passes, you go get washed up. Anybody wants
With
to
mud.
With mud, you take a bath with mud.
Mm-hmm.
And please feel free to interrupt me if anybody has anything else that they want to do or say during this. But so some time passes, you wash off to marry these people, to become an acceptable priest in the Lord's eyes. And as you're coming back through the door, maybe straightening your tunic, you hear a big old rumble coming from the front doors here. And bursting in is this huge creature, green, flabby skin, short fangs, and a face like a forehead full of eyes, big horns sticking out. And it bursts in and it goes, ah! And Lord Arthur looks up and says, oh my, it's the black beast of gods! And it begins to attack everybody. So what does everybody do?
So this isn't the dragon?
No, the dragon is sitting there with you guys, excited to be part of this.
Gotcha.
And it's green, but it's called the Black Beast.
The black beast, and it's green, yes.
They don't know colors.
Education is not a strong suit of this kingdom.
The sky is so pink, or well, it can be pink. Never mind, I'm a dumbass. Okay.
I have nothing.
Can I do something weird?
Oh, please. And remember, so there's an initiative to this game. I don't remember what it is, so I'm just letting you guys go first. But in this one, as a team, you all get to go first, and then after you all go, then we will have the Black Beast go. Now, there's guards and everybody around. If there's a way that you can use them to your advantage, feel free, but I don't think I'm going to have, like, all the guards take a turn. So, but yeah, whatever you want to do, go for it, Adamar.
I would like, so you watch Adamar, and he kind of like opens up his pants, reaches in, and pulls out, like, it looks like a square at first of, like, wood. And then he unfolds the wood, and it's a portable lectern, and he just puts it in front of him. And much like at a debate, I stand there with my hands folded, and I would like to debate the Black Beast into leaving.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. Yeah, give me. I mean, that's amazing. Do you have a little bit of the debate? Your point that you're trying to make?
I think my opening statement would be, this is, of course, a wedding, that you are here without an invitation, and that you're not even wearing your best clothes. This isn't appropriate. You should go home. You should get dressed, get cleaned up, and come back with a present, because you need to give a wedding gift. And honestly, all of this is just very unbecoming of such a Black Beast as yourself.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, this Black Beast is up there. This green Black Beast is up there going, ah! And as soon as you rip out this podium and everything, it's almost like, when you make that certain sound and a dog like looks and cocks its head. It just did not expect this. Like usually it's used to people fleeing and screaming in terror, and it just looks right at you and seems to pause a moment. So that is what Adamar does. What does anybody else wish to do?
I mean, I really kind of want to see where this goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Sir Meat is probably, like, ready to fight, like, and be aggressive, but, like, was also kind of like, what? And cocked his head, like, I'm interested too. So...
Well,
yeah.
You could think of this as like adding, like maybe you have a different way for Sir Meat to contribute to this. Because one of the things of this game is each creature that you encounter has a certain number of tests that are required to defeat it. So in battles where you're actually slashing and hacking, that you're dealing with hit points. But in this case, this could turn into a battle for that. But is there anything you can do right now to kind of help aid in the approach that Adamar has taken, or a different spin on how Sir Meat could address this?
I mean, I feel like kind of picking up on like what Adamar has mentioned. Sir Meat says, "Make sure the gift is worth at least a plate's worth of food."
Okay.
That's proper etiquette.
Okay. I will have to have you roll whatever trait you feel is appropriate for that.
What did kippers mean again?
Kippers? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's
Not
not
like a type
that's
of
not my
food?
trait. Anyway, that's my squire thing. But anyway, I mean, I guess it would either fall under humility or luck. I'm not quite sure.
Luck is dangerous. You can use that for anything, but it can backfire on you. Humility, if you're coming across like you're trying to challenge this beast's humility, then maybe I could see that.
Guess. Does that make sense? Sure. Well, no, I'm going to do luck because actually I forgot that I failed a humility before. So.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be a 12 total for the luck.
Okay. So I'm going to read about luck, because luck and sorcery are two exceptions to
Yep.
the normal rolling rules. But just so we have this for future, luck is a bit of a catch-all, especially when it comes to choosing what trait is being targeted. No matter what the attacker wants to target, the defender, be they PC or NPC, can always fall back on luck as their preferred defense. Like sorcery, spamming a roll when using luck results in immediate dire consequences, not merely a demerit. Yeah, so that's why it's dangerous, is because it can result in an immediately dire consequence, which can be game shattering.
Right.
But with a 12, yeah, you are able to further grab a hold of this creature's attention and kind of shame it into just bursting in and anything less than its Sunday best.
Nice.
What do Dave or Bertram want to do, if anything?
Bertram wants to go back into his memory and think of the many times that he's encountered these beasts. Does I have animal husbandry? Does it count as an animal? I don't know. We're gonna find out. He's got
Just have a farm of green beasts.
and he's gonna try and like whisper pointers as to what these creatures do and like their history to Adamar.
Okay. So you're assisting by informing Adamar. So I'll go ahead and give you what's on the sheet here.
You want me to roll or something?
No, because you can tell Adamar without a roll. I don't
Okay.
think there's much to mess that up.
Gotcha.
So you're basically acting as knowledge for this round. So basically what this is, it's a huge-horned, horrific bipedal monster of old. It lairs in caves and feasts upon unwary adventurers. It stands nearly 16 feet tall, so it's had to duck down inside of these already huge doors. It has a cluster of 22 eyes up on its forehead, and I would say...
Isn't that in the...
Yes.
Holy Grail? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would absolutely show you the photo, but we've already determined that doesn't work. So I'll go ahead and tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like, since you're using this for knowledge. What it fancies, unbeknownst to all but the most sagacious cryptozoologists, the black beast is actually quite fond of music and can be lulled to sleep by a well-lilted lullaby or driven delirious by a deftly done drinking ditty. What it doesn't like, alliteration, intruders, and morsels that are good at hiding. And then what it wants, a mate. It wants a mate desperately.
What? Get in there.
Oh no.
So that's how you've assisted this turn. Is there anything that Dave would like to do, or Rye?
Dave has a trait called subtlety.
Okay.
So I think he
go
wants
on.
to Dave wants to kind of hop on the lecture train about how wrong this beast was to crash the festivities. He was like, "Yeah, I can't believe you'd come in here and break through the doors and make a special day like this all about yourself. You're really intruding on the festivities."
Okay, so along with your speech, do you do anything to illuminate your point? Anything at all?
Yeah, sure. Dave rips off his robes and throws them to the side to really emphasize his point.
Do you have anything underneath that?
Just
Yeah.
tables.
I think he's got kind of like one of those basically like white underwear.
Like the full Like the full underwear, like with the like
no,
the
like think of Jesus on the cross.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
That
Like a
old,
slip?
where
Okay.
it doesn't even look like underwear; it just looks like rolled up white
Gotcha.
cloth.
Owls.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I'm not sure what that has to do with the words, but certainly jarring, further confusing this black beast of arg. And off to the side in the shadows you can see Lord Kinwoody, like, so close. Okay, so for that round, I'm going to go ahead and give everybody 3 successes. However, the beast has not quite been felled yet, and the black beast is just standing there, stunned. All 22 eyes locked in on Adamar and blinking, like astonished, like. And then after a moment, but I just wanted to come to the party. That's all I wanted. I don't even have anything but what I've got on. Everything I have is all I own.
Wait, it's talking to us?
Yes. I just wish that somebody would let me come for once. Everybody thinks I'm so violent. I can't help it that I eat people. But I didn't choose that diet. And he like drones on for like a minute or more. I'm gonna need everybody to roll, pick an appropriate defense to this sob story based upon your traits, and roll to see if you can withstand the emotional onslaught of this poor, sad creature.
12 to argumentation.
Okay.
Wow. Very good trait.
Man, I don't have glibness.
Yeah, that's kind of like a talking trait as well, I think.
Oh, I got rid of my mustache. I don't get my +1 anymore.
Oh no.
Can I give him my mustache?
Sure.
Glibness is a
You've got a-
D10.
You get your +1 from my mustache.
You throw it and it lands perfectly.
Uh,
I got a 7.
Okay. How about Sir Meat or Dave?
Trying to decide.
the black beast is talking about its very nature, so I think I gotta go with nature as my defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of going animal
Sounds good.
husbandry. But then I looked at my D4 that I have in it. I was like, that sounds good.
Got a 16.
All right. That is.
Nice.
Oh, and don't forget, if you roll the highest on your die, that's whatever the opposite of spamming. So let me know about that.
Yeah, that was the case.
Oh, that was the highest. Okay, so
Yeah.
so go ahead and you would increase.
You're to
On
a
that trait-
D18.
Yeah, you jump up to a D18 if you were at a D16, and you get to
Yes.
roll again.
Don't roll
You
too
actually-
high.
You actually have to roll again.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't want more than a 4.
What if I don't wanna?
Do you have to roll the 16 twice, or roll 16 and then the 18?
Then the 18.
Oh, I have to roll a 16 again, then the 18.
No,
You
you
rolled-
rolled the
rolled the
16 and got a 16. Now you have 18. So you roll
Now you got to roll
it.
at 18. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 12 on a D18.
Oof.
Okay.
That's
so,
what? 28?
28.
Yeah, that's 28. So that is over a 20. So you will take a demerit, because in this game, we want people to do well, but we don't want them to be bragging about it. And so in this case, you showed off just
Yeah,
a little bit
Dave.
too much there.
Too much.
Did Sir Meat roll?
I'm trying to decide if I should do chastity or humility, because the other one's valor, and I don't think that's it. Humility, maybe?
Well, we did. If you overheard the conversation, you know that it wants a mate. So maybe you could use chastity somehow. I don't know how you would do that.
I'm trying to see if I get turned on.
Could convince it to. Oh,
What?
Okay, that's one way. I was gonna say you could convince it to keep its
That's
chastity
true. Sure, I'll try that.
and
I'll try
not
that.
mate.
But wait, what do I have to roll to pass? Because I only have a D6 in that.
Oh,
Don't
yeah, that's
know.
not good. Yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
You don't know. Just to reiterate, Des.
But you could get a 6 and then
That's
roll
true.
again.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah. But you don't know.
Is this like a glibness thing
then
that we're
roll the
like
D.
against, or do I have any bonuses?
That's what I rolled.
No, I mean like
You can do glibness.
Your accoutrement can give you,
no,
unless you
I
gave
have
them away.
accoutrement. I have my cod piece. It says +1 to glibness roll, so I wasn't sure if that would be part of that. Well, then that is a dirty 6, but not natural 6.
All right, so Adamar and
dirty.
Adamar and Dave, you guys. I mean, this just doesn't phase you at all. But Bertram and Sir Meats, this drives you a little bit of crazy. So you suffer one bit of loony as you're kind of sucked into this story a little bit, like what it's like to just be so alone and everybody's afraid of you because of how you look, but you're just a big teddy bear on the inside. And then with that is the end of its turn. It now returns to the PCs, and you can all do and react as you like.
We were at a dinner before, right? There was like a table where we were eating.
Yeah, it's since been cleared and everything. This has all been thrown together impromptu, but yeah.
Is there a tablecloth still on the table?
Yeah.
Can I like go over and grab the tablecloth and try to like wrap it around this thing as a dress?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Remember, describe this and how it's going to aid you in whatever your attack is as well as you can. Otherwise, we're going to have to roll.
Okay. So he goes over to the table, grabs the tablecloth, and it's a nice tablecloth because it's inside the castle. It's not just like some cheap piece of cloth. And as I go over to the monster, I kind of have my hands up and approach slowly and try to wrap it around. It goes and cinches at the waist and puts it over the shoulders and a nice deep V down the chest. And I'll even grab like a little bit of like water or oil or something and kind of like slather it on just to make it shiny. And it says, all right, there you go. You're looking better already.
Okay, so you are really trying to help this creature look beautiful and fit in, is what I'm getting.
At least the first half.
Okay. Yeah, how much of the tablecloth is covering this dragon? Like, is it covering its whole body or just like its lower?
Oh, it's kind of just like a crop top almost because it's a 18-foot tall thing or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if this is the appropriate call, but I'm going to say that is the final deed to defeat this creature. And at that moment, it looks down and bares its teeth, and it has got the widest grin, and it looks at all of you, and a tear sheds from each 22 eyes. And it could not be happier. Thank you.
Everybody needs to be happy at my wedding.
All the guards are standing around. They've all been standing there like with their weapons poised, but they're just like dumbfounded at what's played out in front of them. You might
An appropriate response.
you might think that they're just statues along the wall at this point. They haven't moved a bit. Lord Arthur is standing there with his mouth open, trying to figure out how he should proceed at this point. What does anybody want to do?
I feel like so when I lost a loony, I am now down to barking. Yeah.
Oh no.
One day off.
So
How far is that from being out again?
it's one away. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think realizing that like the tension isn't really there anymore, and this thing started crying, I just go over to the table, like where everyone was eating, and grab a fistful of like cooked rice, I assume, and I throw it at the thing, and I'm like, yay!
Wait, cooked?
Yeah, it's not going to be raw rice at the dinner table. People throw rice at weddings.
Okay, yeah. So you throw the rice at the black
cooked.
beast of Arg, and it just seems so happy, so like just fully pulled into the moment now. The shock's gone, and really starting to feel like a part of the whole
Nice.
thing. So Lord Arthur takes this strange moment as his cue to announce that the festivities should commence, and gestures over towards Bertram to begin the ceremony.
Okay. He
Doesn't have to be perfect,
so-
Bertram.
Yeah, he's trying to think of what he's seen before, and he's like, he hasn't been to very many weddings, so this is gonna be rough. So he gets the bride and the groom, obviously, and he says, "Do you?" And this is to the
The lady.
princess or whatever.
Princes?
Lady Lucky looks up in the eyes of Adamar with one hand down on the head of Specials and says, I do.
Do you?
With one hand in my pocket, fingers crossed, I go, I do.
And they're married.
I throw
Yeah,
more
yeah.
rice. Yay!
I throw mud.
The dog?
You throw the dog
Yeah, but I catch him.
as the
I'm
priest.
gonna roll to catch him.
Oh no.
No.
Don't roll a 1.
Terrible things happen when he tries to catch him.
Lord Arthur is astonished. He can't believe he finally married off his daughter. And you all begin to head out the front door as the bride and groom are going away on their honeymoon. You're standing at the steps. You see a dragon and a black beast lining either side of the doorway, both in tears, happy tears. And you all step out to begin walking down the steps. Everybody can kind of describe what they're doing. Give me like a final scene for your character. It doesn't have to be taking place at this moment. It could be something that happens a little bit further down the road, but just what your character does to send them off on their next adventure.
You see, in the distance, the sunset, and you see just a man and his dog just walking down the road with not a care in the world.
Oh.
And the smell is starting to come back.
There's stink lines.
Already. He had a bath like an hour ago.
Both of them did.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm lonely now. I start crying because the green beast or the black beast made me realize I'm actually pretty lonely. And yeah, I go walk off into the great beyond, never to be heard from again.
And as you walk off, unbeknownst to you, as you head into the distance, you're back towards the castle. The black beast of Arg is staring at you the whole way, blinking their 22 eyes little heart shapes.
Oh no.
Dave's final scene is him hanging out with the dragon, and they're talking about like grass and bugs and trees.
I love a fine fescue.
Yeah, and it's like just like a nice pan with like some music over it, and they're like laughing and like chatting and stuff, and then Dave looks over at like a rock next to him, and Rye is sitting there, and then he laughs at Rye and then looks back at the dragon.
Like the bread told
He
a
is
joke.
content. Yeah.
That's great. What about Adamar?
I guess as we head out together, I'm going to attempt at I take out my harp to do a little happy thing, but just to kind of ensure everything goes smoothly, I would like to do the Hail Mary of doing the special song to my muse, because I get to do advantage on that, so I want to actually use it.
Yes.
Just to see how it goes.
This is your super special ability?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first one's... So I get advantage on this, right? From before?
Yes.
All right. So my first one was a 12. And then my second one is a 28. So I got a 28.
28. And what does... Now, I don't know what the whole text of your ability says.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
So the thing is, so this is me singing to my muse. And it says, my muse at 28 is deeply entranced. Everyone who can see and hear you views you as a trusted friend for the next hour. They are in the palm of your hand, Gov, for as long as you are playing. Do with them what you will. Everyone in your party heals a point of loony damage. You may move musician up 3 degrees towards Sirius. Holy shit. Yeah. And then it doesn't recharge until next session, which...
So you are standing, I assume, like at the castle doors on the steps, or where are you? You are, okay.
Yeah.
So you begin playing this beautiful melody, and all of the people down in their shops turn over and look up at you, and they begin to approach you, and they say, "Behold, our savior! Who is it that has come to save us from the wretches of the muck and filth of this decrepit marketplace?"
They're asking me who I am?
Yes.
Adamar and Lady Luck. Or
Yeah, Lady
what was her name
Luck.
again?
Lucky?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. We will follow you to the ends of the earth. And for the next hour, they follow you to the ends of the earth.
And then after that, they get distracted.
And then somewhere later on, when the sun is beginning to set, you see on a small hill the sun kind of sinking into that hillside. You see a woman and her dog basking in the evening sunlight, and in a moment she pulls out a vial and drinks it and transforms into a dog. And the two live happily ever after.
And we hear howling all night.
So that's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's
Come
all
on,
I
you
got.
can do at least 20 more minutes.
Oh, I can't believe I got 40 more out of this. So
As a post-credits scene, Adamar runs across the screen just fuck naked.
oh,
just to please the dude.
Lord
Yeah, there you
Kinwoody gives you so many merits, and he asks what you're doing later.
And the moral of the story was love conquers all.
Dicks out for her.
Aw. Tits out for Woody.
So I don't know. Did you guys enjoy the adventure?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Goofy.
I know you said something in the very goofy in the Discord about this being like the it's kind of like the beginner's box from Pathfinder, where it's not all the rules, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it would be interesting to actually get the full rules.
Yeah, that's what I was really kind of struggling with, because the monster sheets that came with this beginner box, they give you, the stats and everything, but then it's like you're not really supposed to roll. The stats they give you are what the PCs have to beat. So instead of me rolling what is here, this is just your target number to beat. But in the full rules, every creature is supposed to actually roll for their attacks and abilities. So that's a discrepancy that they cleared up in the full rule set. So I very much would love to come back to this. I was not sure how we would do after 2 months away from it, but
Yeah.
I think I kind of found a little bit of a stride with this, because I do like how this is really supposed to just be more about the role playing and less about the dice rolling. It just seems like it's a lot more spontaneous, and I really enjoy that. And there's probably like a dozen adventures, pre-written adventures in the rule book. So if you all
really?
want to play again, I would love to give it a shot with the actual rule set.
For sure. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I'm happy to be here.
you just released a little bit of a podcast. Do you want to talk about that before we head out of here?
Sure. I started a podcast with a ttrpg basis. It's called Remedial Adventuring 401, where it's basically people if you had to get an adventuring license, you had to go to school for it. But it's them in their last year, but they had failed out the previous year, so this is their remedial class. And they get into a whole bunch of shenanigans, so it's been a lot of fun so far, and we do it every 2 weeks. It's on all the podcast things. Look up Remedial
Nice.
Adventuring.
Hell yeah. I'll make sure to post links in the description or whatever.
I'm looking it up now.
Anything else before we head out of here?
Thank you for being patient, everybody.
Yes, thank you. And next up is... We don't know.
Yeah.
yet, so
TBD.
We'll
Yeah,
figure
we-
that out. We'll be back in 2 weeks, I suppose, with something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless something happens.
Something always happens here. That it's happening in 2 weeks is the good news.
Yes. Alrighty. All right. We will see you guys later.
Bye.
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 Thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com to use them in your game. Also, thank you to our patrons. You guys help us continue to do this, and we appreciate you. If you'd like to check out our Patreon or find more info about us, go to AdventureAwaitsPod.com. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.